Darcy here from Red Hill Toyota in Stony Creek. Today we're going to be doing an overview of the 2024 RAV4 Hybrid XLE package. We're going to start off in the front end here and we'll take a look at these nice headlights as they come around. You can see the LED daytime running light. We got LED headlights through a projection. Coming around, they got that dual separation between the top of the hood and the grille, and they put that center piece here just to give you a little bit more of an aggressive look. We got the hybrid emblem in the center, of course. It has the blue imprint in the middle. Of course, everybody knows that if you have a hybrid, you have a blue emblem. Coming down across the grille, it's plastic, it's flat black, very easy to clean. So of course, if you live in areas where there's a lot of mosquitoes and a lot of bugs during the summer, you're not going to have to worry about cleaning that off. This is a very nice material and very easy to clean material. Got a couple of areas here, depending on the model you get, you can upgrade into the XLE and the Limited to turn into a fog light. So that's what they're for. And down on the bottom, again, a flat plastic mold on the bottom of the bumper. Again, for those curb kissers out there, it does have lots of height. It's 8.1 inches from the ground, so you got tons of height. But in the event that you touch up against those, snow banks in the winter, or that rock that's in the neighbor's driveway, you don't have to worry about too much damage along the bottom of that. The hood's got a great big U shape in it. Again, that's designed for the air to flow up over the windshield. It's going to keep snow, it's going to keep rain off of that window, and it's just going to allow it to protrude right over top of the roof. Down here we got a 17-inch 5-spoke alloy wheel. Love the I say gunmetal gray. We got a Destination Firestone tire. It's a 225 55 17. We got the wheel trim coming around. Again, the reason that this is not painted is to prevent stone chips. So great here in Canada where we get a lot of snow. As you can see in this great beautiful March day here, we've got it snowing, so we're thank Russ for shooting this, being a champ in this weather. It's 4 degrees out for you guys that are watching. Okay, coming down here on the side, you'll see that body line. Great transformation as it comes up into the A-pillar. I like the body line there. It gives it some character. They push that mirror back about 8 inches. Gives you a little better visibility out of that side window. You got a turn signal. Lets everybody know that you're making a turn. Great safety feature. And one thing you'll see here, the body line again is below that mirror. If you look at some of the competition, you'll see that mirror is right on the body line. Terrible design, but you'll notice in Toyota that's nice, it's flat. And what that does, it prevents vibration when driving so you can see clearly out of that mirror. So it's a great job in Toyota for making sure that that's mounted nice and secure. All XLEs have a smart key. Of course, it has automatic touch lock. Along the bottom here, you'll see black trim along the bottom. They put a little piece of chrome up on the top, of course, just to kind of match up into the chrome that's on the mirror and give you a nice look to the side. The all-wheel driving chrome again down on the bottom, again, just making it pop out. So not too much chrome. I think it's just the right amount. And again, mud flaps are free in Canada, okay? And a plastic guard along the rockers, again, to prevent stone chips on the bottom of the doors. Great feature. Again, back into the wheel wells again. They got disc brakes on all 4 wheels. And the body lines again, kind of swooping down here, wrapping back up, cutting off that roof, giving you that kind of 2 levels to the body. Of course, if you upgrade to the XLE, you can get a dual colored roof, which is nice. Cross rails as an accessory that goes across. You can put kayaks up there, bikes, etc. Running boards are an option. Running boards can be added to any of these RAV4s as an accessory here at Toyota. Love the design of the back end. As you can see, you have that brake light Nice large brake light kind of protruding out. It's going to give you lots of visibility in bad weather. You got another LED strip that's tucked in underneath that spoiler, again for braking, LED brake light, and then rear shark fin antenna that's up on the roof. Wipers here in the back window for a little better visibility during those rainy days. And of course, rear camera on the back. The emblem, again, posted up. It's stamped in blue in the background. And yeah, let everybody know you're driving that XLE hybrid. Coming down on the bottom, again, you got a nice black molded bumper with a couple of reflectors in the bottom. On the very bottom, a couple of dual tip exhausts. I like that. Most hybrids, they want to kind of do away with the exhaust tips. I like the fact they're keeping them there. Gives you a little more aggression in the back as far as the vehicle stance goes. It does have a power hatch. You can do it from the key fob. There's a button on the rear. This is adjustable. I can adjust the height to the height of the individual who's purchasing it. Of course, it's got a safety feature as well that should it bump into you, it will stop. So great safety feature. So towing capacity on the 2024 RAV4 Hybrid XLE is 1,750 pounds. It can be added right down on the bottom here, and that could be purchased at the time of order or after the fact here at the dealership. Okay, one of the things you want to know about a hybrid at Toyota is that the gas cap is lockable. I know a lot of other manufacturers do not have a locking gas cap, but we do. It's an electric, it's on a timer, it pops open. From the time that's open, you got 30 minutes to put gas in it, which is tons of time. And it starts the ventilation process to prevent gases and fumes coming out, and of course smelling and harmful. And so of course when you're locking it up, make sure it clicks once. It prevents the engine light from coming on and sucking air in. So just a little do's and don'ts. So when you own a hybrid, is once you pop that gas cap open, you got 30 minutes to put gas in it. Okay, lots of space in the back. It got a tonneau cover, keep your personal items secure and keep them in privacy mode while you're doing the holiday shopping. You got that hatch down. You don't want to see anybody to see the items in the back area. Nice flat area along the back. This allows your pets to be able to jump in without any difficulty. Allows you to sit on it at a picnic, at a park. The actual hatch comes out over your head so that if it's raining out, you don't get wet. You can drink a beer under here if you wanted to. But on a lot of other manufacturers, the battery is hidden in the back area. And ours at Toyota, the battery is underneath the seat, so you don't lose the cargo space and you still got a full spare tire. Now this isn't a multi-layer, so it can drop down, give you a little more space should you be putting that unique item in the back, and it's also reversible. So if you're going to the garden center to load up full of soil, a nice durable plastic backing. LED lights up in the back and a 12-volt plug here should you have a cooler on that picnic. Little storage compartment in the back and a couple tie downs. So if you got that big screen TV that you just picked up, you can strap that down there and make sure it's not going to move around. Seats are foldable, a little flip and a toss. All right, underneath the hood of the 2024 RAV4 XLE Hybrid, you got a 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder engine accompanied by a generator. There's 2 generators in this, 2 electric motors, one here in the front, one in the back. It has 219 horsepower and 221 foot-pounds of torque. You're going to get 5.8 liters per 100K in the city and 6.3 on the highway, so it's getting great fuel mileage. That's a combined of 6 liters per 100K combined. So take a peek in the back. You'll see the insulation that we improved upon on the back firewall. Again, keeping noise from the engine and pushing it down underneath the vehicle. And again, that's what that insulation is up on the top, to push that sound and engine noise underneath the vehicle opposed to coming up through into the cabin. You got a large window washer jug that's sitting here. It will hold a full 4-liter jug. It's actually to hold 4.5 liters. So it's nice. Even when you have a full, you're almost empty, fill that up. You're not going to have that little bit in the jug that's going to be bouncing around the back seat for the next month until you need to refill again. All right, so let's take the RAV4, the 2024 RAV4 out for a drive on the road and see what everybody thinks. Now when you start this up, you'll notice it's extremely quiet, and that's because all RAV4 start up in an electric mode. So there is no starter that's drawing a bunch of power and spinning the engine over to get it started. It is starting up through the electric motor. And then of course we'll put it into drive, and the car is extremely quiet. Now that engine, as soon as I hit the gas a little harder, will pop on and give us power as needed. Hybrids, of course, there is no electric cables to plug this in, so it is self-charging. No plugging in at home, no worrying about do I have enough power to get up north to the cottage. There is no anxiety driving with a hybrid as it self-charges. It has a gasoline engine, it has 2 electric motors, and they're going to work with each other on every trip that you make. Self-charging that battery in the back, allowing the batteries to charge up, and as they get to a charge, you can drive in hybrid mode. Once that battery depletes, you'll go back into gas mode. A very simple system, as complicated as it is. The hybrid engine can click in or off at any given time, but of course every time that you take your foot off the gas pedal, you will be in either regenerative braking mode or hybrid mode. And then if you need the power and you need to accelerate quick, you will get the electric motor and you'll get the gas engine at the same time to shoot you off, and that's what gives you the power in a hybrid. It's much more than a gas. This guy's at 219 horsepower, so they're extremely quick and a lot of fun to drive. Of course, the best fuel mileage in this vehicle will be in the city. And this is going to run you 5.8 liters per 100K in the city. On the highway, it's 6.3 liters per 100K. And of course, combined at 6 liters per 100K. So the myth that a hybrid is only good in the city is debunked there. It will save you fuel whether you're on the highway or in the city. You'll get great fuel mileage. So at a flick of a button, we can turn this vehicle over from eco mode to sport mode. And of course, it will change the dash up into a red screen, so we know it's in sport mode. And this will give us a different changing of gears. It's going to allow us to have more power. It's going to change the gear ratios to be a little more responsive. And of course, it's going to tighten up the steering, and you'll have a little more feel on the road. The modes are there to help with every individual. Each individual who drives has a different driving habit. If you're, continuously late for work, of course, well, sport mode would be the way to go. It's going to maximize horsepower, of course, and get you from A to B quicker. If you're a laid-back type driver, in no hurry, do the speed limit, of course, try to maximize fuel mileage, try to get the most out of a tank of gas. Of course, the eco mode would be the best mode to drive in. Again, screen will turn green. The car's going to do everything in its power to save gas. It's going to keep RPM low. And if you look at the little meter, I don't know if you can see that in the camera, there's a little meter on the side of the speedometer that's going to tell you that you're in eco mode. If you're heavy on the gas pedal, it's going to pop up and show you that you're using power so that you can judge your driving habits as you're moving forward. Every time I take my foot off the gas, it's going to go into rejuvenated braking. And then as I accelerate, grab the power from that gas engine, grab the power from the battery as needed as we drive here down the hall. But But we are driving here at 80 kilometers an hour in full electric mode as we come down the highway here. Vehicle does have lane departure, so put your turn signal on before you cross that lane. Otherwise, it's going to beep at you and give you a little tug to the left or the right, depending on which lane you're turning from. But the idea is to keep you in the lane and alert you and should you be going out of the lane unnecessarily. Today in Hamilton, Ontario, we're running around 4 degrees. But how smart this vehicle is, if we do drop around 0, it will pop up an icon telling us that the roads could be slippery and ice covered. So it's another great safety feature just to alert you and let you know, hey, listen, if it's a little bit wet out, temperature is getting close to 0, let everybody know, hey, anybody driving the vehicle that this, drive with caution. Just pulling back into the dealership here, Red Hill Toyota here in Stony Creek. Finish up our test drive. All right, here in the passenger side door, typical Toyota fashion, a nice large door handle, easy grip. Just makes it nice and easy to close that door. We got the brushed aluminum around the door handle. Coming down the side, nice soft Tex material that are on the top. Again, if just for laying your arm and resting on the edge, makes it nice and comfortable. A couple of big pockets down. You can fit a large water bottle in there. Nice design of the speaker casing. It has RAV4, little Easter egg there stamped on the side of the door. And of course the kick panels down on the bottom, again, just to prevent, in the wintertime here in Canada, just beating your feet off the rocker to get the snow off it before you enter. So just prevent damage on that rocker sill. That's the purpose of that. So I love the new design of the seal that they put along the bottom of the door. It's a nice rubber seal on the very bottom, and it just makes for a nice seal as it closes against the rocker. Now, most manufacturers have the seal on the actual rocker itself, and up here in Canada we get a lot of snow, slush, and when it sticks out 2.5 to 3 inches in the wintertime, what happens is the snow and the ice builds up into that rocker. What ends up happening is somebody will go to close the door and it won't close properly. You end up trying to kick the ice off of it, and in doing so you'll damage that rubber. So in Toyota land, they've changed that design up here. It's a better fit, it's a better finish, and it's going to allow people, regardless of the weather, to be able to close that door and keep a nice secure shut. Great space in this 2024 XLE RAV4 hybrid. I'm 5'9" sitting here. Listen, the vehicle's going to come with rubber mats as standard equipment in Canada. Okay, so 4 rubber mats, 4 carpeted mats. Don't yell at me for putting my feet down here with no matting. Ledge up here on the edge, again, great for cell phones, items, large glove box. Soft material again on the dash with the stitching. Just splits up the dash, gives it a little more design. The brushed aluminum around the edges. Again, lots of options for ventilation. And again, focuses into the doors. A-pillar. Airbag in the A-pillar. This is for safety, of course, coming down the side in the event of an accident. The heads-up display that's here, it's not movable, but I will tell you it doesn't take away from any view. Though it may look like that in the pictures and the videos, it does not. It sits in the perfect positioning. The screen is an upgraded screen, again, preventing glare, whether you have a sunroof or sun coming in from the windows, but in any glare screen. So this is going to help with visibility using the navigation part of the vehicle. Again, let's go around into the back and check out for the rear passengers and what they think in the back. So this is important, guys. Everybody should understand that on all hybrids, they have a ventilation. That's because the battery for the hybrid system is underneath this seat, and that's what gives all the space in the back hatch area. So one of the do's and don'ts is do not cover that vent. It's for circulation, of course, keeping that battery cool. It needs ventilation. So if you have dogs, if you have pets, that sort of thing, a lot of people tend to put blankets over the seats. It's a don't do. So keep that ventilation clear to prevent overheating of the battery. So that's the purpose of that vent. Just wanted to point it out so everybody knows. Of course, I have 2 dogs, seats fold down fine, and I've never had an issue with covering that up, so I don't think it'd be an issue for you guys. Let's talk about the space in the back of this 2024 RAV4 XLE hybrid. Now I'm 5'9", there's tons of space here in the back. I was sitting in the front prior. You guys take a look at that. Something Toyota's done is they allowed that hole underneath the seat to give you that extra foot room if you need it, and you got a little longer leg. Center console folds down, big cup holders, rear heated vents. I'm liking the USB-C charging. There's one for each passenger back here. That's for fast charging. The XLEs come standard with the sunroof. You're going to pick up the power back hatch, the 5-spoke alloys, heated steering wheel, and a power driver's seat. Other than that, let's go around to the driver's side, into the office where all the action happens. Again, from the driver's side, from the cockpit, from the office, where you spend all your time. This is where you're going to be 99% of the time when you're in the vehicle. I can tell you that the steering wheel is not too large. It's a nice fit for your hands. Visibility out of the front is amazing. I said with the new design and the way those mirrors are pushed back, giving visibility out through the A-pillars, a 10 plus on that. We're going to come along to the driver's door here again with that brushed aluminum door handles, like it. Window locks, of course. You can lock all the windows down, again, a security feature. I know a lot of people that have pets own this, like myself. And again, I like locking that window down so my dogs jump up on the edge. They don't hit the window button and drop the window down and jump out. So a great safety feature being able to lock that. Same with kids. All right, so here we go. Down here, you got your heated steering wheel, an easy touch on their left-hand side. Automatic headlights are automatic. Once that A light is on, you'll know your headlights are on automatic. You don't have to worry about it. It's high beam, low beam, daytime running lights. The little button down here for your heated wipers, that's the element that runs along the bottom of the windshield. Again, that's just going to heat up, and it's going to prevent the wipers from sticking to the glass on those cold nights, cold days, or snowy days, snowy nights. Steering wheel, again, it's nice. It's leather wrapped, it's stitched, and it's got, of course, the heated element in it. Keep your hands warm on a cold day like today when it's 4 degrees. Turn signals and wipers, of course, nice and easy accessibility. Visibility of the dash is exceptionally well. Gas gauge, you can see all your controls. Over in the front here, your radio, again, something Toyota kept is they kept the radio nice and easy to operate. Volume controls, mapping information, telephone, etc. Just very easy to use. And again, that's up to you on how much of that technology you would like to use. Of course, when you purchase, we'll go through that and walk you through it at your level. 4-way flashers, and of course your big knobs. Somebody said they're the biggest knobs in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but they're large knobs, and you can, of course, adjust them with gloves on. You can sync up the temperature, so if you're the only driver of the vehicle, of course, sync that temperature up and you can control the heat in the vehicle. Right below that, you got your heated seats for driver and passenger. Of course, a lot of people wonder what that airbag off means. Airbag off means there's no one in the driver's seat, and so the airbag is off on the sorry, it's the driver's seat. So down here you got your heated seats. That's driver's side and passenger side, and right next to that is your airbag light. Now that airbag light right now says it's off, and the reason it's off is because it's picking up nobody sitting in the passenger seat. So that means the airbag for the passenger seat is shut off because no one's sitting there. Once somebody sits there, there is a sensor in the seat that will pick that up and turn that airbag on. So great safety feature. Again, down on the bottom, you got a 12-volt charger, you get another USB. That USB is to plug up here to your head unit. And then again, something that Toyota does that other manufacturers don't is it has an automatic parking brake control. As soon as I put this vehicle in to drive, it releases. I put it back into park, the parking brake goes on automatically. Okay, not all vehicles do this. A lot of them are manual, that you actually manually got to go in and put that on and off. Okay, so automatic. Down here in your controls, you got an eco control we talked about on the drive. You got a sports mode. You got a normal mode. Of course, that's going to change the gearing ratios as you're driving. It's going to change the gears, allow you to max out RPMs. It's going to change the steering, tighten it up, and loosen it up depending on your type of driving. Other than that, you got a couple big consoles down here for some big Slurpees. So, and up in the center console, another 2 USB-Cs for fast charging. You keep your devices out of eye's reach. So plug them in, keep them in your glove box, keep you safe. Nice soft material on the top of the armrest, like that. And again, the seats in the vehicle are made to, you know, they're a little stiff, but understand that people are buying these cars, they're planning on keeping it for over 10 years. So having a seat that's too soft is not necessarily the best in a vehicle. You want a nice firm seat that's going to last for a long period of time. It will adjust to your body shape. Again, thanks for watching. It's Darcy here at Red Hill Toyota in Stony Creek. My direct number is 905-807-8900. Feel free to leave a message below. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and if you could do a thumbs up, hit like, hit subscribe, and until the next video.